What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Gold Girl Getaways Travel Podcast. My name is Josh, and each and every week I am joined by my co-host, Matt. How you doing, man?
What's going on, my friend? How are you today?
I'm doing good. It's Friday, right? Another Friday.
TGIF, and we're back. Episode 10 with double digits now.
Double digits. I'll tell you what, it's a little hard to believe. Double digits, man. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I'm excited.
We're growing up so fast.
We are. And tonight is, I'm just going to state for the record now that we may have hiccups during the podcast tonight because we've got more agents on than we have had yet. So as always, when you've got people coming into the podcast live from all over the United States, things can happen. And sometimes people freeze or just go away for no reason. We're not really sure why. So, if you don't know who we are, Gold Gal Getaways is a full-service vacation planning travel service. We have agents who have literally been all over the place, from down to Walt Disney World to all around the world, and who can help you plan your next vacation, whether you've got big kids, small kids, or no kids at all. But most importantly, we always like to add that we are an authorized Disney vacation planner, which is an awesome distinction that has been granted to us by Disney for all of the awesome and amazing things that we have done. So we can really help you plan anything, whatever you're looking forward to. So Disney, Universal, sandals, all-inclusive, cruises, really anything at all, right, Matt? I mean, we're here.
We got access to everything. We've got knowledgeable agents on every type of vacation that's out there.
Yes, and some of those really great agents are coming on tonight, and so I will introduce them. Well, I'm not going to introduce them. I'm going to let them do that, and they can decide who's going to go first. And in no particular order, we have our agents joining tonight. Hello, ladies.
Hello. Hi, Josh. Hi, Matt.
1, 2, 3, go.
All right, I'll go first. Hi, I'm Mary Ann. I'm from Massachusetts and Florida part-time. I've been with the Gold Gal family for about 3 years now. I love to plan vacations, especially Disney vacations. The summer of 2019, I was fortunate enough to take a Disney World tour trip with my son and mother-in-law. So I have been to all of the Disney parks to experience the magic everywhere. So if anybody out there would like to go to any of these parks, I'm happy to help them experience the magic for themselves.
Thank you, Marianne. And I see that Matt has dropped off already. So we are starting out strong. Who would like to go next?
I'll go. I'm Ashley. I'm also from Massachusetts. I've been an agent for 2 years, and I am a mentor. And that's it.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Hi, everyone. I'm Melinda Duncan. I am from Oklahoma, also an agent with Gold Girl Getaways for about 2 years now. I am a trainer and mentor, having a great time meeting new agents. So if you are interested in applying to Gold Girl Getaways, we'd love to have you on our team.
Excellent plug. I love it.
We are hiring. With Melinda, she's our first return guest.
Oh, that is also true.
Oh,
yes.
Gosh. Yeah, that's the truth. Hey, and double digits tonight. That's fun. I love it.
Yep.
Yes. So we're going to have a really great podcast tonight. Again, we might have some technical issues, but we will get through it all the same. We're going to be talking about our favorite quick service restaurants on property. And I have seen the list already, and I must say, I'm slightly disappointed at some of these selections. I don't know. Are they the best? I don't know.
Come on, Josh.
I don't know. Matt, you all right? Are you there? All right. Matt's freezing up a little bit, but I'll bring him back in here in a second if he pops back out. So we'll move on to our sponsorships. Each and every week, this podcast is sponsored by Learning to Cook Online with Adam. You can learn to cook new and exciting dishes each week from the comfort of your home with Adam. He is a celebrity chef featured on the Food Network's Chopped and Restaurant Express with Robert Irvine, which is really, really cool. He has had some pretty good shows, meaning Chopped and Restaurant Express. I've watched them both, and this is a kind of a little clip just to show you guys what it looks like. This is all done through Zoom meetings, and Adam literally walks you through live how to cook different types of dishes. So we, Taylor and myself, have been participating in something like this each and every week, which has been the theme park copycat series. And it's really cool. What we've been doing is cooking some different dishes from Walt Disney World. So things that have been our favorite. Tomorrow night, we're going to be doing banana. There's no R in banana. Sorry. We're going to be doing banana bread pudding and pineapple coconut bread, and that'll be at 7:30. And you can still sign up if you want to join us. We're also going to be making a drink that goes with that. It's going to be kind of a slight take on a pineapple Dole Whip type of deal. So is it going to be super close? We'll just have to wait and see.
Is that with alcohol, Josh?
That is, you can actually make it tomorrow night with and without alcohol. And it's actually, it's such an easy drink to make that you can use any type of alcohol really that you want. So you could use a white rum, a dark rum, a vodka, tequila. It really doesn't matter, which is really nice. And if you don't want to use any of that stuff, you can, there's I don't have the recipe in front of me at the moment, but you can do it without the alcohol and it'll still be really good. So if you guys are interested in signing up for that, I will throw up Adam's email address. You can send him an email, let him know that you want to sign up for theme park copy or the theme park copycat cooking classes, or you can head to www.adamgoldgell.com and explore the long list of classes that he's got. And it is a lot of fun. You will learn some new things. You know, every so often, some people say, you know, well, you could take a couple of shortcuts here and there, but the really nice thing about learning to cook with Adam is that you're learning some new and different techniques that you can kind of keep with you, you know, kind of your whole life while you learn to cook new things. So it's really cool. We're going to move on to our group cruises, and we have got, which I wish Matt was here because I'd like to throw this one over to Matt, but he's still trying to come back in, I think. So, like I said, Matt is, you know, this is the first time that we've had 5 people on, so, you know, it happens every so often, especially when you're streaming out live. But, so our first cruise that we're going to talk about is February 19th, 2022. This is 7 nights on Royal Caribbean's Symphony of the Seas. It is sailing out of Miami with stops at Perfect Day, Coco Cay, Antigua, which Taylor and I will be going there very soon, and St. Thomas. If you're interested in this, you can send an email to events@goldgellgetaways.com, and the subject is Miami Cruise. We're going to be doing the exact same cruise on April 16th. So maybe you can't make that February 1. Maybe April 16th works a little bit better for you. You've got an option here to pick between the two. They're basically the exact same. It's just sailing on 2 different dates. I'm gonna check.
Sounds like fun.
It does, right?
Sounds
Man.
great.
It does.
Matt is still missing. Poor Matt.
Well,
We'll move on, right? So,
That's right.
And one thing that I am really, really looking forward to for next year, which we missed this year, is our group cruise to Alaska. This is our 7-night Alaskan cruise out of Seattle. We are setting sail July 15th, 2022. Still spots available. This is one of those once-in-a-lifetime cruises that you really don't want to miss. We're going to be able to do all kinds of things like sightseeing across Alaska, doing some whale watching, perhaps even walking on some glaciers. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really great. We're going to be doing some, more than likely, we're going to be doing a little bar crawl while we're on there as well. And just kind of having fun on our, on our days at sea. So if you're interested, you can send an email to events@goldgellgetaways.com and just put in the subject line, Alaskan Cruise 2022. And it should find its way. So, wow. I got to tell you, I think I might have to like take this podcast on tonight by myself.
Yeah, you just can't
That's
get back
not
on
coming
it all.
back.
All right.
don't-
Well, we
I
want to know your top 3 then.
Oh, well, I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there,
All
right?
Good.
We'll get there. Cool. So, with that being said, we are going to move on to our news. Boom. All right.
Boom.
So, yes, boom. Those are my awesome sound effects.
Mhm. I like it.
All right, let's move on to Walt Disney World news and rumors. We are still letting you guys know that packages are available till the end of June 2022. So if you're interested, same thing, you can reach out to us and we can help you guys out with planning your next Disney vacation. And don't forget that it is going to be the 50th anniversary celebration of Walt Disney World starting in October. And it's going to be really, really great. I'm super excited about it. I don't know. Hopefully a lot of stuff still pops in throughout the year because they have delayed a lot of stuff, but we'll just have to wait and see. Some other news is the All-Star Music Resort is opening on March 22nd. So that's pretty big news, right? I mean, another value resort.
Big.
Yeah.
That's big news.
And what also is really nice about that, I mean, it just means that, you know, we're going to kind of start to get back to some more normalcy, I guess you could say. So
Yeah, and the nice thing about that too is they've got those suites, and I love that those are opening back up because that gives a really good option.
oh, that is yeah, that's a really good point because All-Star Music is besides that and Art of Animation, right? They're the only two that have suites.
Yeah, and those are newly renovated too, so I cannot wait to see them.
Yes.
That's actually we love those suites. That's great.
Okay, so I don't know if Matt is going to be able to come back in, so we might be rolling tonight without Matt. He says it keeps freezing and he can't hear anybody.
I know.
So, whew, a lot of weight on my shoulders.
You got it, Josh.
We got your back, Josh. Don't worry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, the next big news I'm sure everybody has heard about, and if you guys want to chime in on this, please chime in. We've got the grand opening has been announced for Ratatouille, which is on October 1st, 2021.
Yep.
That's exciting.
That's a great ride. People are going to love it.
I hope so. It's I don't know that it's going to really draw a lot of people away from potentially getting into Magic Kingdom on October 1st, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think the biggest draw is going to be Magic Kingdom for the 50th celebration, and if they're going to do anything special, we haven't really heard exactly yet if they are going to do something special at Magic Kingdom, but we'll just have to wait and see. So
I'm sure they'll do something.
Yes. And then of course, on top of this, you've got the Crepes restaurant, which is actually opening up as well, I believe. So
I'm super excited for that.
yes. And the next big news that just came out is the new system that's going to be being released in phases. This is the Disney Magic Mobile Service. Launching in phases starting later this year, Disney Magic Mobile Service is a convenient and contactless way to access Magic Band features like theme park entry through the power of your iPhone, Apple Watch, or other smart device. And basically how this is going to work is you're just going to be able to download basically your ticket to kind of your wallet. And just as the picture shows, you'll be able to hold it right up to the touch point and it's going to go through. So no longer are you going to need a Magic Band or a Key to the World card. For me, this is probably like the greatest thing in the entire world. Because even though we're local and I've got several Magic Bands that I've collected from over the years, it always seems that we get down the road and I go, I don't have a Magic Band.
You forget it.
And I never carry my annual pass card. So this will be great when this rolls out. And another thing I didn't mention from the news release is that this is going to be going out to Apple devices first. Android should be following later on. So if you're using Android, you'll just have to sit tight. It will be coming back.
And then I wondered if with that Apple, if that would show up on your Apple Watch too to scan in and out of the park.
It should.
Which might be really cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, it says right on there that it's on iPhone, Apple Watch, and other smart devices. So so it should just be just like the regular,
That's awesome.
And I think, well, I mean, I guess we always use Apple Pay to kind of avoid doing a lot of the touching stuff when we're paying for things.
Yeah.
But that might be another thing too, where you could just maybe touch your Apple Watch to pay stuff. It's type of same
That's so
deal.
cool.
So we'll see.
Yep.
Should be cool. I know a lot of people have been kind of like, man, I don't really care about this. We like magic bands. And there's nothing wrong with that because magic bands aren't going away. You can still purchase them. They just won't be for free at your resort. So pretty cool.
Something different.
It is something different, right? So,
Mhm.
All right, we've got some Universal news, which Matt was going to talk about. So I'm not prepared for this one. We've got Mardi Gras 2021 International Flavors of Carnival has been extended to April 11th. So a couple of extra weeks here to go and experience that, which I think is probably a really smart idea for them. Right now, I don't know if you ladies out there have looked, but park pass reservations for Disney at least are completely gone for next week.
Yeah, crazy.
There's nothing available. So
We had a hardest time getting in.
Yes, yeah.
Couldn't get any.
It's been crazy. And then of course, as agents, we just got some news that Universal is going to be experiencing their parks at capacity over the next couple of weeks. So, I think that this is great. I think this is great that they're extending this out, giving everybody a few extra weeks to try and get in and experience a little bit of Mardi Gras if you want to. So, but the crowds are here. Did you go do it, Marianne?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
It was
How was
different, but it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they put the floats out so you could still see the floats. They're still throwing beads. There's just no parades. And you still got to, experience the food items. So yeah, it was fun.
Excellent. I'm gonna attempt to let Matt in. Here we go. Ready?
Mm.
Can you hear us, Matt?
Hey, Matt.
There's Matt. Oh,
Except we don't hear Matt now. His mic might not be set up right. That's good. I knew it was going to be a little bit different this year, obviously, but it's good
Did
that
you
there's
go?
we have not gone yet. I was actually hoping to go probably next week, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Is it spring break in Orlando?
I just think it's spring break somewhere because everybody seems to be here right now. Literally everywhere. There goes Matt again.
Yep. He's gone.
So we'll just have to wait and see if this is truly spring break or if some of the restrictions that are being let kind of like loosened up in other states is affecting it. So, but
both.
Yeah, it might be. So then, of course, speaking of the huge amount of people that are coming here, Universal has announced that they will be temporarily suspending operations at Endless Summer Resort, Surfside Inn and Suites, from April 1st to May 3rd. So for an entire month, they are going to be basically non-operational. Not sure why that is, other than I would just assume that occupancy is probably the problem. So that's one that Taylor and I haven't been to yet. So I don't really have much to add, but
I haven't been to that one either.
Okay, and then let's move on to the cruising news, which is that Royal Caribbean has continued their operation suspension through May 31st. This is a little troubling, I think. This might be something where they're going to just try and wait until maybe about May before they even start doing anything. But if you guys don't know, all of the cruise lines can actually start sailing right now if they wanted to. What they need to do is apply for a cruising order pass type of thing from the CDC. And they have to do some mock sailings, and they have to do that 60 days before they officially start selling cruises, so to speak. So I think a lot of people in the industry were expecting to see them applying for stuff probably starting April 1st. So we may see this extension go all the way to the end of June. But hopefully they will start picking up things. So, I mean, obviously, I'm sure everybody has heard with the new announcements that Biden is hoping that everybody can get vaccinated by sometime in May. We'll see if that actually happens. But the only exception to Royal Caribbean right now is their China, Singapore, and Israel cruisings. Those are still going on. Israel hasn't happened yet. That's going to be starting soon, and that's only for people in Israel who are vaccinated. So, but and last bit of news tonight. This is actually a news-heavy podcast tonight. Oh, there's Matt. Matt, can you hear us?
I got you guys. Can you hear me?
Oh, perfect. Great.
You're back.
But it's not showing me in the podcast.
That's okay. We can
You're
see
here.
you.
We can see
You're
you.
You
here.
guys can see me? Awesome.
Yep.
Can we start over?
Yeah. We're gonna go right back from the top. Right back from the
Start from the
Uh-huh.
news.
Let's take a 5-minute break, regroup.
top. Right. We probably need to at this point. I mean, oh boy. And last bit of news is coming from Disneyland. I've got this nice little Cars Land sign photo, which is just that Fast Passes, the Disney Max Pass system, Magic Morning, and Extra Magic Hours have been suspended. Currently at Disneyland, California Adventure, basically, until further notice. Who knows when that'll actually come back? Hopefully at some point in the near future. And there goes Matt again.
Oh, no.
Bye, Matt. I guess we're gonna have to limit how much we're showing on the screen potentially. I don't know. So,
Wow.
but very cool. Anything to add before we move on?
Mm-mm.
What are we in? 20,
Nope.
22 minutes in? It's not too bad. Oh, we actually got quite a few questions. Sorry, I'm just going through the chat real quick and just looking at some comments. Here's one that says, this was talking about the magic bands. Will magic bands disappear? I don't think magic bands are going to disappear. I don't know what you ladies think, if they will go away. I think they're going to be around. It's a money-making option
do.
for Disney.
Mhm.
So,
Absolutely.
you know,
I think they said they were coming out with new ones and everything, new designs that were releasing soon. So
Yep.
I don't think those are going anywhere.
I feel like if they're going to get rid of any, it's going to be the plain ones, and they'll
Mhm.
just keep doing
Right.
designs.
Mhm.
Because didn't
Yeah.
they just come out with the WandaVision one? And as soon as it hit there, it was gone, sold out. So people do like them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. Let's see. I was just hopefully giving Matt maybe a few more moments, but all right, is what it is. So we are going to move on to this week's topic, which is I don't know what color. Oh wait, no, I do. I do know the color coordination because I set up this color coordination. Okay, perfect. So I have Matt's list.
So you can just do maps.
Oh boy, no way! I don't want to do Matt's list. I don't like his list at all.
No.
Which
That's
list
funny.
do you like?
That's funny. I think it's a combination of everybody. So,
All right.
for tonight's topic, we are going to talk about our favorite quick service restaurants to eat at Walt Disney World. Doesn't necessarily have to be in the parks. It could be at resorts. And again, as always, when we talk about anything like this, you know, these are just our own opinions and our own views, and they probably may not always represent the same opinions and views that you out there watching or listening may have. So please don't write us hate mail if your quick service restaurant is not on this list, or if we include a restaurant that you feel shouldn't be anywhere near this list.
I think this
Send
is
the
where
hate
you
mail to
usually
Matt.
say, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Send the hate mail to
Uh,
Matt, right?
Everything can go to Matt.
Mhm.
I think it's like mmanders@goldgallgetaways.com, something like
Yep.
that. So,
Send it all there.
all right. So I just want to also add that only three restaurants is really tough.
Hard. That was hard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Very, very tough to add. I would have liked to see this as maybe more like 5, but I let Matt run with this option. So he said 3 because he didn't think that we'd be able to keep it in a time efficient way. So, ladies, I will let you start. I will read off what Matt's is, and then I will say what my third option would probably be.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
So whoever wants to go first.
Marianne,
I'll
you
go first.
Oh, Ashley, go.
Go ahead, Ashley.
So my number 3 is Flame Tree Barbecue, which is in Animal Kingdom. I picked that because the food is good. I wouldn't say it's the best food that you could get quick service, but it's good barbecue. And the seating is awesome. So that's why it's one of our family's favorite. You never have to look for a seat. And if you go way far down in the back, you can see Expedition Everest while you're there and see the ride. And our favorite is a pulled pork sandwich. And we like it too because my daughter has a pineapple allergy and she can eat the barbecue sauce. So that's a plus for us. So that's my number 3.
Perfect. Yeah. I actually really like Flame Tree. I wouldn't have put it on my list, but it is a really good quick service option in Animal Kingdom. And what I also really like too, what you already mentioned, was that seating that's down by the water, where you can see Expedition Everest. That's like one of, I feel like if you can find a nice peaceful place to sit and eat, maybe not now because they've got the boats running through there and they're like jamming out with music and everything all the time, but it still is, you're right. It's a really nice place to sit and eat. And the food is actually pretty decent. So it's good quick service. I like it.
Yeah. We love Flame Tree too. That's one of our family favorites. We always go when we hit Animal Kingdom. That's a solid choice, I think.
Excellent. Next.
Marianne, you want to go?
Okay. I have to preface this by saying that I should have been on when we did the sit down menu, because I like the sit down places because then you can have, a little drink. But since we were doing quick service,
you can have a drink at quick service.
Sometimes you can.
Drinks.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Okay. For my number 3, I did Katsura Grill at Epcot, because sometimes you just feel like you want maybe some Japanese. So we'll go. You can get shrimp, chicken, beef teriyaki. You can get some sushi. They have a variety of noodles. It's quick service, but it's good.
Yeah, that's one I've not ever eaten at, and
I haven't either.
I'm interested in eating there now. I'd like to try it.
That's a good one. I definitely would not have put that one on my list either, but we have eaten there. And it's decent, because you can get, did you say sushi? You can get sushi there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't eat sushi, but.
Oh, well, sorry, Marianne. No, I think what I like about Katsura Grill is the little garden area that they have out back for some of their seating tables. It's a nice little place to hang out and relax. Again, it's a nice peaceful area when they're not banging the drums. Of course, they haven't been doing that recently.
Yeah,
but,
they're gone.
But it's still a decent one. I think what's nice about that one too is it's in kind of almost that middle-ish area of Epcot, because you just pass American Adventure, which is the middle. You go into Japan. So if you aren't really feeling the Americanized menu and barbecue, you've got that option.
It's something different
with Japan. Yeah, it is. It's very much something different, which is really nice. So
have you had the sushi there?
I have had the sushi there.
Is it good?
It's what you would expect.
Okay.
I'll say that. So it's not the greatest. I wouldn't necessarily say I would recommend going there to get like sushi. You'd probably want to go there to get some of the stuff that Marianne said, because there's obviously better places to go to get sushi. Specifically, probably at the inside. I think the Tokyo Dining actually has sushi in there, I believe. So,
They do.
But yeah, cool. Good one. A good one. Go ahead, Melinda.
Okay. I am, this took me a long time because like you said, I needed 5 and I had 3. So I sat and debated for a really long time, but I went with Yorkshire County Fish Shop, and I know it is just fish. I get that it is just fish. And if you don't like fish, then this one's out for you. But it is totally a solid choice. It's really good, fresh fish, fresh food. The line is always long, which is, I think, why the food is always really hot, because it's always in demand. And the last time we were there, we stood in that really, really long line in the rain, got our fish, sat and ate it, looked over the water, even though it was raining. And then we stood in that line again for a second go round of the fish because it was that good. I was not expecting. I mean, we loved it. We absolutely loved it.
This is fried fish?
It's fried fish. It's fish and chips.
Okay.
I mean, it is literally, there's like,
and that's it.
Fish and chips. Okay. And that's it. So it's a totally limited menu. And I sat and debated on whether or not I wanted to include it, but it is solid fish. Really good. If you like fish and chips, this is the place to go. It's fantastic.
We We need to get you to Massachusetts to taste.
Well,
fresh
okay, this is true.
fish.
I will not argue that point.
Yeah. You need to
That
come
is
to
true.
Massachusetts.
Hey,
But
I'll
we'll
give
let
you
that
that.
listen, I will say that I think as I look at everybody else's list, Melinda, I think yours is probably closest to what I would put. I think that this
Yes.
is an awesome option. I love fish and chips from Epcot. This is something that, like, if I was going in and every time I was able to get something to eat in Epcot as a quick service option, this is probably where I would go every single time.
Yeah.
I think the portion size is pretty decent for the price that you're paying. And one thing that I will add to this, though, is that if you go to sit down inside of their sit down restaurants, do not get fish and chips inside. I don't think that that's worth the price to get in there. If you're going to get fish and chips, get it outside at their stand, and then order something that's more quote unquote authentic or real, other than the fish and chips, because I've done the fish and chips inside. I like it better outside. I think it is much better. So
That's because you
Josh,
stand in a
need to
long
come
line
to
and it's hot.
Massachusetts.
what's
You need
that?
to come to Massachusetts too.
No, I
So you can
absolutely I
taste
will.
fresh fish.
I will.
You may never eat there again.
I live. I can get fresh fish in like either direction of like maybe 45 minutes to an hour. East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast.
True. Okay.
You
Okay.
know? Maybe.
Okay.
No, it's good, and yeah, it's worth waiting in a line for. I will say that.
In
And
the
it is-
rain.
Yeah,
Twice.
and you
In
know
the
what?
rain.
Melinda, did you mention this? But they also have the seating that's down by the water.
Yes, that's
So-
what we love.
Yeah, so once Harmonious starts back up, because they have been doing more and more testing recently, get your fish and chips, get a table, sit down by the water, and watch the show. It's a great time. Great time. All right. Nobody can really throw any daggers or knives at Matt because he's not here to defend himself
Oh,
on
no.
his options.
We
For
will.
tonight's
Don't
list.
worry.
Poor Matt. Okay. So Matt's number 3 is Regal Eagle Smokehouse over at Epcot. If you haven't tried this is basically Epcot's newest quick service restaurant. It's all barbecue, and it's actually not that bad of an option. Would I say that it's the best one when you compare across property? I might go to Polite Pig rather than go to Regal Eagle Smokehouse, but it's still a pretty good one. Have you guys been there at all?
Mm-mm.
Any of you? No, not yet.
I think it was closed the last time, or not. It wasn't open yet.
Oh, Ashley has to pop off real quick. She's just having an issue with her charger, so she'll be right back. Yeah. So Regal Eagle, that's not a bad one, Matt. It's not a bad one. It's okay. I definitely want to put it on
All
my
right.
list.
So what was your 3? I mean, what was your number 3?
So what was my number 3?
Yep.
Wow, that is really tough to put me on the spot like that, Marianne. Why would you do that to me? If I had to pick a number 3, I honestly could go with fish and chips. In Epcot, that is honestly because that is a really good quick service location that I love. But would it be my number 3 though? Oh, that's tough. I think I actually might go with Earl of Sandwich. That would be my number 3 over at Disney Springs. Seriously, and I've only just become a part of the Earl of Sandwich, family, because we just had it recently within the past year when we did a dining review over there, and that is fantastic. The way that they make those sandwiches over there, and the variety of the sandwiches that are there, are just.
So
They're
what kind of
wonderful.
sandwich do you get?
Oh my gosh, the Thanksgiving Christmassy one.
That's
what
my
other,
favorite.
like what other one would you? I mean, like
Right.
that's the seller right there.
The holiday sandwich. That's
The
what
holiday,
we call it.
yes. And I was told that apparently that wasn't always on the menu. It was like a special thing that they did for the holidays, but it was so
Yeah.
popular. They're like, we're going to keep it all year round. So I
Yeah, it used
appreciate
to
I
be
ate it.
seasonal.
I ate at one, I think, when we were in Paris. It was good.
That's not the same. It's got to be. It's got to
No?
be here. It's got to be here.
Uh-huh.
You know?
After you get
that's
off
the
the
difference.
Disney bus, it's
Yes.
perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Ashley, you just missed. I don't know if you heard, but I said that
Sorry.
my personal number 3 would probably be Earl of Sandwich over at Disney Springs. That would
Never
be
been
mine.
there, so I'll have to try it.
Ooh. You should try it.
Mhm.
Sandwiches are fantastic. They are really, really good. All right. So we've got number
Okay.
3 down. Let's move on to our number 2s for our quick service locations.
Okay, Melinda, go ahead. You can go
Oh,
first.
my number 2. Okay, well, you're gonna love
Mhm.
this. My number 2 is Earl of Sandwich, holiday sandwich. And let me just talk about price point for Earl of Sandwich. You cannot beat the price at Earl of Sandwich. It is so, and it's great, like really good, solid sandwich. The last time we were there, I got sick on the last day, couldn't leave the hotel room, and I sent my children on a Disney bus by themselves to go to downtown Disney and get me a holiday sandwich from Earl of Sandwich. I was like, that's the only thing I want. Go get me my sandwich. And so they rode the buses by themselves, went to downtown Disney all by themselves, got me my sandwich, and brought it back. It was great.
You raised them right.
I
Mhm.
did. Absolutely
Mhm.
did.
Yeah, I totally forgot. I mean, the price point is that is a good one because it
Yeah.
is pretty affordable, especially for a sandwich that's it's a decent size.
It's
you
a
know?
very good size. It's about like
Uh,
$8.50, something like that. I mean, it's a great price point.
And it's got I think a hefty amount of ingredients on there, so to speak. It's not they don't lightly do it. They put enough on there that, it's worth it. It's worth it. And
It's
if you haven't tried it,
Well, I will.
definitely get down there and do it.
You 2
Mhm.
are selling it. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
it's
They're
great.
definitely selling it.
All right. Well, why don't we just meet over there for your first Earl sandwich at Disney Springs, Marianne?
That's exactly what
Okay.
we should do.
There.
We'll introduce you to the
Okay.
holiday sandwich.
Pam
Yeah.
just said it's closed right now.
Oh
Oh,
no!
that's so
Wow.
sad.
No birthday sandwich, Marianne.
Nope. No birthday sandwich. Mm-mm.
That's really strange because it's been open. So that must be recent that it has just closed. That's too bad. That's too
All
bad.
that hype.
for
I was ready
long.
to go.
I know.
I'm gonna have to investigate this for myself.
Yeah, let me know because I'm going to be a little bit heartbroken. That needs to open back up.
Oh man. Good choice. Good choice for number 2.
Thank you.
Who's next? Ashley?
Oh,
Marianne?
she says it's not closed.
No, good.
Oh, come on, Pam. What are you doing? What are you doing in the chat, Pam?
Maybe she was talking about something else.
She must have been.
Okay, good.
Oh, she might have been talking about Tangerine Cafe.
Yeah.
She said,
Sorry.
Pam said, one of my favorite quick
Oh.
service is Tangerine Cafe. This is in Epcot as
Yeah.
well. This is over in the Morocco Pavilion.
That almost made my list.
I like it too. What I really like from there, though, is the baklava. So that's about the only savory, sweet dessert that I can go back to time and time again and get over in Epcot. So, all right, who's next? Marianne, Ashley, number 2.
I'll go.
Okay.
So
Go
my
ahead.
number 2 is sort of a quick service, kind of. Baseline Tap House, which is in Hollywood Studios. It's more of a get a drink, have a little snack when you don't have
Like a
your
little
children
charcuterie
with
board.
you. Yes, delicious. The pretzel, very good.
Oh man,
So good with that bar cheese dip
Yes.
Oh,
or beer
yum.
cheese dip. That's what it is. So good.
Yes.
It's small. You have to kind of wait in line, but it's worth it. The drinks are good.
Drinks are fantastic. The only thing that I get there, and the reason I love this place is that they always have a cider on tap, and I think it's like their Space Blood Orange something cider. So I always go there, and I never get any food. That's all I get is just the ciders. So that's my quick service snack whenever I go there.
So you can't bring my husband somewhere without getting a snack. So
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Gotta feed 'em.
Good.
Nothing wrong
gotta
with
feed
that.
him or he's unhappy. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely it's a smaller location, of course, but I think obviously not right now with current situations that are going on. It's a great place if you are looking for a good drink. They've got some pretty decent sizes in there as well for the drinks that you can just kind of grab it and walk about. Not at the current moment because you can't walk and have a drink at the same time. But when things settle back down, that's where I always like to go. So that's a good one, Ashley. Good. That was a really good one. I hadn't even thought about the tap house, so that's really good. Nice.
I got some pushback from my family that that's not a real quick service.
I would think it's a good quick service.
My
like
list, my
your
choice.
Yep.
That pretzel or a Mickey pretzel with fake cheese.
I
I don't know.
I love
I don't
Mickey
know.
Tough
pretzel.
call.
I don't know, but
Nope, that was
No.
a good one.
it's good. Marianne?
Okay. Now, I kind of went a little bit outside of the box on this one, well, outside of the parks, I should say. Because sometimes when you're at Hollywood Studios, it's crowded, you're hot, you want a little break from the park, hop on the Skyliner, go over to Riviera, and I picked Primo Piatto because
It's
that one
it's pronounced
at
Primo
Riviera.
Patio, actually. Patio. Primo Patio.
Oh, Primo Patio. Okay.
I'm gonna get yelled at later.
Yes, you are. No, but it's good. I mean, the croque monsieur is good. I mean, the pizza's good, the burgers, and it's just a nice break from the park. Sometimes we get off at, Caribbean Beach and we just walk over and you have a little break, then you go back to the park and it's nice. Order it on your phone, mobile ordering, and it's just, good food and like I said, a little break.
Yeah, that's a really good one. We just did a dining review from there a couple weeks ago, and I know Taylor loved it. She loved the croque monsieur sandwich that she got. I don't remember what I got. I remember it being very good though. It was a surprisingly good quick service restaurant that is, I think, much needed in that area. Because I'm not actually a huge fan of Caribbean Beach's quick service, and I don't know if a lot of other people are too. Sorry, you might be hearing dogs barking. But yeah, that's a good one. Nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh.
I suppose. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I said go ahead and do Matt's.
Okay. Oh, this isn't too bad. Number 2 is not too bad. I can kind of see this one. Matt's number 2 is from Magic Kingdom. We've got Columbia Harbor House, which is actually currently closed. So
that's not bad. That's a good one though.
Columbia Harbor House. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good one. Normally, when it's running fully open, you can get almost the Disney park version of like a Long John Silver's, but it's a little bit better quality food, I would say, from your fried fish to shrimp, mussels, clams, I think, or something like that.
Lobster roll.
Hush puppies, lobster roll, fries. They don't have all of that stuff right now over at their new location, which is Tomorrowland Terrace. So if you guys don't know, they're actually using Columbia Harbor House right now for Peter Pan queue line. Yes, to accommodate social distancing and the crowd levels. So not too bad. That's a good one, Matt. That's a good one. I like Columbia Harbor House. I'm not a fan of where it's at right now. The food's not that good, but so oh boy. If I had to pick a number 2, let's skip me. Let's skip me and I'll come back. I don't want to give away anybody's number 1s.
Okay.
So I'll let you guys go. So really good. So those are some good restaurants so far. Let's go into it. Let's see what's our number 1s. If you are booking a vacation for somebody, maybe this is a wrong context. Maybe I shouldn't put it in this context, but like, is this number 1 restaurant that you guys have one that you would say you should go here and eat?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Take it away.
Okay, I'll go. My number 1, every time we go, this is probably the only place that my daughter will actually run to get there, because we'll usually get there, say, when the park opens. And so she wants to get there, she'll run, is the bakery, Les Halles Boulangerie Patisserie in Epcot. That one is everything in there is good, and they have mimosas. But I mean, you can get croissants, sandwiches. I mean, everything. And no matter what any of us have ever gotten, everything is delicious and fresh. So absolutely, I would recommend that.
Good choice.
That is actually a pretty good one. That's another one that I don't think I ever think of because I don't know. We just don't seem to venture that far back into the pavilion. That's a little dog.
Gotta go, Josh. You gotta go.
Oh, you can barely see him
Just see a little fluffy tail.
Little tail.
down there. No, this is a good one. I like getting their what are they? They're like the almost like the little cookies with the
Cannolis?
No.
that's
The
not-
Madeline, the cookie with the chocolate on the tip.
Nope, it's got like the fruity icing almost on the inside, and it's got raspberries around on the top. It's I don't know, but that's usually what I get because it's more of a sweet
Eclair?
sour. Oh, definitely not an eclair. No, they're like
No.
they're like the
Not a macaron.
yeah. It's like a
Oh.
macaron or something like that. But they do it up with like raspberries on top with like a lemon custard or something like that on top of it.
Yum.
Somebody might know in the chat I'll keep checking. But that's
At
what
the
I always get.
ice cream shop there,
Oh.
they do the macarons that have the ice cream in the middle. The big ones are like this big. That is a snack you have
That
to
is
have.
good.
Yes.
That's like our number one
Wow.
we have to get.
That is a very good
Wow.
one as well. Marianne, have you ever gotten the bacon? Was it like bacon bread that they sell in there too, in the halls?
No.
No.
Jake might have. That sounds like something he would order.
Yes,
But
you
no,
you
I
should.
have not.
The next time you guys go, you should try it because it's a nice, it's a really nice savory, option. Obviously, it's a lot of carbohydrates because it's just bread and bacon,
That's okay.
a little bit of cheese. But I mean, hey, you're at Disney, so
We're
why
on
does it matter,
vacation.
right?
Fine.
Does it matter? It doesn't. No, of course not. So,
The
That's a
pan
good one.
chocolate there is good too.
oh yes, yes.
Mm.
And
Chocolate croissant.
and like you were saying,
Yeah,
Marianne,
croissant.
that's a place that opens up basically when the park opens up. So
Right.
in the country. So most of the countries are not open until 11. The only place that's really open is there for La Halls and where Frozen's at. Those are the only two things that normally would open up with the park at 9
Astor
o'clock in the
House.
morning. Or yeah, yes, that is usually open too for breakfast. So I forgot about that.
Yep.
But nice, awesome. Ashley,
You want me to
Melinda?
go next?
Sure, I'll go.
Who wants to go?
Go ahead, Ashley.
Okay. My number one is Chicken Guy in Disney Springs. Gotta love a chicken tender.
Oh
Who
my
doesn't
God.
like a chicken tender?
Love a chicken
Honestly.
tender.
Okay, so we've
True.
only ever had the chicken tenders there, so I can't tell you how the other food is.
Oh.
And the fries.
Oh,
So I don't know how the
Me
sandwiches
too.
are.
I will tell you that you could not go wrong ordering anything at all at Chicken Guy. If you guys don't know, a little bit of background on the restaurant. When they built that restaurant, they did not expect it to be successful because they put it into a tiny, tiny little space with almost no seating. And it has done so well that they've actually, I think they've paused construction at the moment, but they've actually taken the gift store or the gift shop, as part of Planet Hollywood. And that was going to be remodeled into more indoor seating for Chicken Guy because
Yeah,
it's so
because there's
popular.
like none.
Wow.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like none. And of course, the summer months when it rains literally every single day at the worst times that you want to go eat food and there's nowhere to sit inside and it's pouring down
Mhm.
rain outside, what are you going to do, Yes, it's this is what I was going to put as my number 2 is Chicken Guy, and it would be this is like a fine line between being number 2 or being number 1 because I could go to Chicken Guy every single day.
Well, not only that, but you can
Oh.
go every day and get a different sauce every day
I was
because they have
Yes.
22 different
There's a
dips.
lot of
Yes.
sauce.
Like, how can you not love to dip a chicken tender?
Yes. I mean, and not only just the tenders, and the tenders are just, I mean, you've had them, they're like
Mhm.
super fresh. Like they're coating them, they're putting them
They're
in like
good.
the fry thing, and then they drop them down in there. Like they are super fresh. So they're the best, freshest chicken tenders that you will ever have.
And they're not like this tiny little chicken tender. It's like a
No.
good sized chicken tender.
Yes,
Like
they
we
are.
can get a 3-piece and my 2 children can split it for their
Yes.
meal.
Yeah, and on top of that, they've got meal options, so you can add fries
Mhm.
and I think a drink, and it's like
A soft drink.
Yeah, it's like 10 or
$11.99.
$11.99. So it's not that
Mhm.
bad, not that bad at all.
Mhm.
So, but I've had a lot of the sandwiches. The sandwiches are just as good, like just as good. Oh my goodness, they're so good. What time is it? What time is Disney Springs closed tonight? I'm gonna go to Disney.
Right, I'm starving.
What is your favorite dipping sauce, Josh?
So I'm pretty plain on that. I like to go with their buffalo sauce.
Mhm.
That's where I like to. It's a little hot, but not too much. Has a nice level of I don't know, like a spicy taste in it. That's not
Mhm.
overpowering for me.
I like
Taylor,
the honey hot, the Nashville honey hot. That's my
Oh,
favorite.
okay.
That sounds good.
I'm trying to think. So there's only been one time that we've gone in, which was I think when we did our first dining review there, and we tried all 22. And I think I
Wow.
really liked the buffalo, so I've always stuck with that one. But Taylor really likes the donkey sauce.
That one's good too. That's like my
Yeah.
second one.
It's like more of like a I don't know what would you describe it, like more of like a mayo based type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but
Mm.
so oh my gosh, chicken guy, oh so good, so good.
Okay. And so then that leaves me, I guess. So we like anything that is served in a bowl. So Satui Canteen was my number one choice for food freshness, variety between that chicken and steak. And then, you talk about sauces, you've got a variety of sauces that you can add on it. And when you serve it in a bowl, my children will eat it up. So that is my absolute restaurant that I always recommend quick service wise for clients to go to when they're in Animal Kingdom. That's just, it's fabulous.
Yep. It's good.
Yeah,
We go there
love
too.
it.
That is my number one. I love
All right, we did
Satuli
pretty good here.
Canteen is
It's fantastic.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. And I don't get the bowls, like most people do. They are extremely popular.
Mhm.
And I will do another plug for Adam's cooking classes because starting 2 weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to be doing a copycat of one of the protein bowls from Satuli
Ooh, I'm
Canteen.
doing that. That's fun.
So, yeah, it's going to be good. I always go for the cheeseburger steam pods.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And-
that's what I get.
That's my
and
son
they-
loves those.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good. Now they don't have it on the menu anymore, but you can ask to get a adult meal basically, which is 2 of those, and then they like put the chips on the side or whatever. But because sometimes I like to try and be frugal, not really. This isn't really being frugal. This is just me just trying to pig out on food. I will do 2 kids meals, and I'll do the cheeseburger steam pod and the croissant hot dog. And then like I mix and match my sides because then I can get one of each side.
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
It is, and listen, and here's the other thing: I can get 2 they are on the smaller side, but that still costs the regular price of an adult meal, and I get my drinks, so I'm not paying extra for drinks. So it's a good way to go. I'm just saying
That's brilliant.
If anybody else out there uses that, I called it first. All right.
I'll be recommending that as an agent to clients. That's perfect.
Yes. That's probably it's definitely my favorite place. I mean, ever since we've gone there for the first time, anytime anybody says or asks about where to go, I know that's what I always recommend. So
it's good.
It is. It's fantastic.
I like it there too. It would have been on my list, but we're trying not to keep the same ones.
Right.
Well, I mean,
Giving
hey,
a wide variety.
It happens.
It's a good one.
All right. Well, we can wrap up with Matt's, and I actually like Matt's number one. This is really great, I think, for families, which is Sunshine Seasons. And I have to say that really slow, or I'll say it like Sunshine Seasons. If you've never been to Sunshine Seasons before, they have a variety of different food options that you can get, and it's located in the Land Pavilion over at Epcot. This is where Soarin' and Living with the Land ride is. It's downstairs on the first level. And like I said, they've got quite a few options for you to choose from. I think they used to have like like a half chicken. They might even have burgers now and pizza. They might have some more of like the lighter side of things, like some more like crazy salads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have salads. Yeah.
You can get sushi at Sunshine Seasons.
Now that's a mouthful.
You have to say it 3 times really fast.
Right.
Sunshine
Just
Seasons.
like that.
No, it's a really good one. I think if I can't go to get fish and chips, because maybe somebody in my party doesn't want to walk that far, or they're really hungry and they need something to eat right now, Sunshine Seasons is probably our second go-to, just because it has such a variety to choose from. And sorry, I'm trying to like pull it up because it's been a while since we've actually gone down in there and actually eaten anything from in there, but.
I gotta say now that one I'm not a fan of.
No?
I wish Matt was here because I would be arguing with him.
So why don't you like it, Marianne?
I don't know, Josh. We've eaten there a couple of times and it just wasn't my favorite. I'll leave it at that.
I mean, it probably has more of the I hate saying like the cafeteria feel to it, just because of kind of how it's set up. But I mean, that is kind of the way that it's set up, and it does kind of have that feel with how the seating arrangements are in there. It is very, I mean, you're indoors, so it's not really open, but there's a ton of seating in there, which is really nice. So I think even on a busy day, it's still pretty easy to find a spot.
Well, it's really crowded in there too, because you have the rides exiting, people coming in to go on the rides, and I always found it like just very crowded.
So
even though they have a ton of seating.
And I will give everybody out there a little tip for if you're going to go eat at Sunshine Seasons, and that is, all right, when you get your food, normally you can find more seating if you're staring at the 2 attractions, right? Like Soarin' would be on the left, Living with the Land would be over here on the right. If you go to the right over towards Living with the Land and go all the way back into the very back corner, you can kind of get away from that crowd of people. It's usually, they usually have a couple of tables open over there, and it's not super busy because most of the time people are just trying to quickly get to a table, and they don't really want to explore very much. So that's a good place to go, and you can kind of get away from the crowd. It's also very loud in there, obviously, because there's so many people coming in and out. So, oh my gosh, I can't get it to load the menu. But
we like breakfast there after Soarin'. That's generally our hit Soarin' in the morning, and then we're always starving by that point. So we go and grab. They have a breakfast bowl because, like I said, everybody likes something in a bowl. So they've got a great breakfast bowl. We like.
Yeah, but that's when we usually stop too. Is after we go to Soarin', we get like a bagel or something before we move on along.
So I know we didn't add this to the script, but I would say, of everything that we talked about tonight, of all the different restaurants, are there any honorable mentions that you would add? Say if we had a list of 5 instead of a list of 3, that maybe you would recommend to people to check out, whether because maybe it's something that they're maybe more used to because it's more Americanized, or maybe they're looking for something that's quick service but still a little bit more adventurous, kind of like Satuli is. Putting you all on the spot.
Yeah,
I know.
I gotta think about that.
I know. I'm trying to think like.
Oh, go ahead. Whoever wants to go.
That's closed, I think.
That's what I was going to say. That's closed, isn't it?
What's closed?
Yeah.
Wolfgang Puck Express.
Like the Express.
Yes.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah,
Well,
it's closed.
there's that.
That was a good one though. That was good.
That was good.
I know. I'm trying to think like I'm going
tequila,
like park by park.
Margarita stand in Mexico that has the margaritas.
I see your theme.
Actually, I was just going to say the same thing, Melinda. I was going to say the same thing.
Sometimes we stop there, and they have empanadas that are pretty good.
And margaritas.
Oh, they do have. Yeah.
Right?
Well, margaritas are my favorite. So
That's
I'm with you,
Yeah.
Ashley.
no, that is a good one. That is a good one. I don't really like margaritas that much, but Taylor really likes those there. Do you get the fun? Was it like what do they call the fun one, the Fiesta one or whatever? Where it's like
I
they
haven't
mix
had-
them or something? You haven't had that one?
I
Oh,
don't think I'd like that.
no.
No?
I don't
They like
think-
they mix the two different flavors, I think, or something. It's like swirled almost.
I don't
they
like
used
my
to do
things
it.
mixed.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. All right.
I'll try it next time.
Okay. I mean, I don't like it, so don't take my word on it. That'd be Taylor. So if you want to yell at anybody, yell at her later. Pam said the Mexican quick service in Epcot. I'm assuming that's what she's meaning.
Mhm.
That's a pretty good one too. It's another good one
Yeah.
with if
That-
you can
yeah.
time it right with Harmonious when it starts
Mhm.
back up.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not running yet, but it's another good one if you can time it right and sit down, get a nice little meal, enjoy some fireworks. You don't have to have people standing on top of you like they will be again very, very soon. So,
Yeah, we like the empanadas there too.
I'm going to add this comment here real quick, which is from Eric. He was on our podcast a couple weeks ago. There's nothing wrong with a World Showcase liquid diet.
Good thought.
Yep.
You have
Yeah.
to add some food in there, or you won't make it around the world.
You
This
can
is
have
That's
the
true.
empanadas.
true. There's
Yep.
empanadas, yeah. Another good one that I think is one that's often overlooked, and I think it's because probably a lot of people haven't ventured back into there yet, is ABC Commissary with their new menu.
Oh,
Oh,
That
yeah.
is good. that's
yeah,
a good
they're-
one.
So they used to be pretty much like your standard everywhere else quick service menu with the hamburgers, chicken fingers, pizza,
Chicken
whatever.
nuggets. Yep.
Yeah, and recently, hopefully, we start to see this across. At least this is something I would like to see across property. Is having more unique options at their quick service restaurants, so that people don't feel like they necessarily need to sit down for a long time to have something that's not necessarily chicken fingers, hamburgers, pizza, whatever. So, and that's in Hollywood Studios. They just revamped the menu, like I said, and it's pretty good. So if you're coming by at some point, you might want to check it out. It's not super adventurous, but it's different, and it's a nice little variety, I think, that they add into there. So,
Yep.
We also really like Woody's Lunchbox.
I was going to say that too. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying
That's
to
one
find
of-
seating
children.
there is rough,
oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
but
Very.
they have
That-
those. What are
it's
they?
crowded.
Tachos.
Yeah. The tachos.
Yeah, the tachos.
Mm.
Those
Yeah,
are a big
those are
hit.
good. Yeah.
That's another one I think that they misguided or misjudged
Mhm.
would be the better word
Mhm.
on popularity.
Mhm.
Because it's been doing very, very well. That's where Taylor always likes to go
Yeah.
there. I'm not a huge fan of Woody's. I do like the what do they call them? The barrel rolls?
The tacho, aren't they
Tachos.
tachos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
They
that's what
are
they are.
barrel rolls, though, aren't
But
they? They might
I think that's
be.
what they call. They like
Well,
give them like a
a
fancy,
fun, yeah.
yeah,
let me
fancy
see.
name.
Also served in a bowl.
Also, sir,
They
yes,
are.
yes.
You
Also
see the
that.
theme?
Mhm.
But yeah, that's another good one, and it's pretty popular. People really like it. And if you don't necessarily want something like that, they've got those really cool, and they're pretty good Pop-Tarts. They're not called
Yes.
Pop-Tarts.
I love those things.
But let's be honest, they're glorified Pop-Tarts. They're just a little bit fancier.
They're really
So-
good.
Yeah, they are.
They're potato barrels
Potato barrels. That's
Potato
what it is.
barrels.
in the tachos.
In the tachos, yes. Michelle says Woody's Lunchbox is one of my family's favorites. Love the grilled cheese.
Mhm.
Grilled cheese is good. So I think, a really big one that we all missed. This is debatable whether you would really call this quick service or not, but
Mm.
are all of the festivals every
Yes.
year at
Yes.
Epcot.
Oh,
So,
Mhm.
yes.
Mhm.
of course, right now with the current situation that's going on, we're going to have a festival in 2022, almost the entire year. Normally that's not the case. Usually the summer months, we get a nice break in there because it's so hot. It's really hard to eat and enjoy some of that food.
Mm.
But it's another really great quick service option if you're going to be around
true.
and you
Mhm.
can try some new stuff. Not only food, but some good drinks along the way. So
Yes.
cool.
My daughter's blowing up my phone. She wants me to say, and I know this isn't a
Oh
quick
boy.
service, but it's definitely something that you can't miss. You have to go to is Chef Art Smith's. They love that.
Oh,
It's sit down,
yeah.
I know, but she won't stop blowing up the phone, so I'm going to say it.
we'll let it slide for this one. We'll let it slide, Marianne.
Okay.
We're gonna put a little check though next to your name, so we've got it. So we remember.
She won't be invited back next time.
Right.
Yep.
No,
But
Chef.
it's good.
Yeah, Chef Art Smith is amazing. So another shameless plug for Adam's cooking class. We're going to be doing a breakfast sandwich from there in the next couple of weeks as well. So I'm super excited about it
good.
because if you've never had brunch at Disney, there's, I know we're going way off topic, but Contemporary is really good, but Chef Art Smith's brunch is really, really good too at Disney Springs. So
That's
super
our
popular.
number one restaurant on property.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Even my children are like, "Are we going there? Are we going there?"
Oh, wow. That's really
love
cool.
that.
Yeah.
That's
Great.
cool though. That's cool.
They love the deviled eggs.
Oh,
That's what my
man.
daughter loves those.
And
Loves
those
them.
are like amazing. They are really,
Mhm.
really good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So cool. All right. Well, thank you for being on the podcast tonight, even though Matt couldn't be here. He tried. He was here in spirit.
Poor Matt.
I was hoping he would be here so I
Poor
could
Matt.
eat a few gummy bears every now and again, but I wasn't able to. So
No.
any final things to add? Anybody? Comments?
Well, thanks for having us, Josh. It was fun.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely.
really fun.
Absolutely. Everybody's always invited back. Unless you have a check mark next to your name.
Now I'm starving.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Oh.
This is one thing I don't like about doing some of these podcasts
Right.
where we talk about the food because now I'm super hungry.
Well, you get to go to
Mhm.
run the chicken guy now. I live in Oklahoma. There's no way to-
No, I can't do that. It's too late. It's too late. But I could, I guess, if I wanted to. Maybe I could.
There's always tomorrow.
There's always tomorrow.
Right.
There's always tomorrow. So
23 sauces.
yes. Okay. That was from Matt. He was just checking in. So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for being here tonight. Thank you everybody out there who has been watching. If you're listening, we are here to help you guys plan your next vacation, whether it's to Walt Disney World or anywhere else around the world. And everybody out there who's listening, if there's something that you would like to have us talk about, whether it has to do with Disney or somewhere else, some type of topic that just has to do with travel in general, doesn't have to be Disney, just send us an email. Let us know. You can send it to me, I guess, or you can send it to Matt, mmanders@goldgalgetaways.com or Josh Rippey at goldgalgetaways.com. I should really make some banners to put up for our emails because I don't have those made up. But let us know what you might like to hear, and we can add it to the podcast. So I guess this is where Matt would take over, and he would end the podcast and say, we're off to plan your next vacation.
That's right.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.